The Bible is the best-selling book in the world, with more than 4 billion copies distributed and translated into over 3,000 languages. This makes it the most successful book in human history. But how is a Bible made from scratch? To answer this question, let us travel to China, the country that produces the most Bibles in the world. The Bible, one of the most important and widely read texts in history, was not written all at once or by a single person. It is a collection of books written over more than 1,000 years in different places and periods, each with its own cultural context. Its history begins with the Old Testament, written mainly in Hebrew and some parts in Aramaic. It contains historical accounts, laws, poetry, and prophecies that reflect the life and faith of the people of Israel. Centuries later, the New Testament emerged in the context of the early years of Christianity. Written in Greek, it includes the Gospels, which tell the life and teachings of Jesus, as well as letters from apostles like Paul, directed to the first Christian communities to guide them in their faith. Over time, the Church decided which books would form part of the Bible, a process known as canonization, which varied depending on different Christian traditions. Later, the Bible was translated into many languages, such as Latin in the famous Vulgate by St. Jerome, which allowed it to spread across the world. Throughout the centuries, it has been a pillar of faith and spirituality for millions of people. But how is the best-selling book in the world actually made? It all begins with paper, but not just any paper. The earliest biblical manuscripts were written on papyrus and parchment, fragile and short-lasting materials that were common in ancient times. Papyrus, made from a plant of the same name, and parchment created from processed animal skins were essential for preserving sacred texts in their early stages. However, producing them was costly and labour-intensive, which limited their distribution. Over time, the invention of paper manufacturing, which originated in China and spread through the Islamic world to Europe, revolutionised the way the Bible was preserved and shared. This new medium, more economical and versatile, not only allowed sacred texts to be preserved more effectively, but also made them more accessible to a wider audience. It was a major step in the history of religious communication. Today, paper remains a key component in modern editions of the Bible, and its selection is handled with great care. A special type of paper, known as Bible paper, is used. It is thin, strong, and flexible. This paper, which weighs about 50 grams per square metre, allows a large amount of content to be included without adding unnecessary bulk. The paper is made from fibres like cotton, flax, and more commonly, cellulose, which is obtained from trees such as pine and eucalyptus. These trees are grown in sustainable plantations, which reduces environmental impact. The process begins by extracting the cellulose fibres, which are then chemically treated and turned into refined pulp. This pulp is pressed and dried to form long sheets that are rolled into large reels, ready to be sent to the printing facilities. Printing the Bible is a delicate process that requires specific conditions. The environment must be kept at 55% relative humidity and a temperature close to 30 degrees Celsius. These conditions are essential to prevent the paper from warping and to ensure that the ink adheres evenly. Before printing begins, the paper reels are precisely cut according to the exact dimensions of the Bible layout. Once the paper is cut, it is placed in the printers, ready to receive the signal from the software and begin the process. The biblical text, which has already been digitized, is formatted with a special typeface designed to be easy to read on thin paper. Every detail, from the size of the letters to the margins, is carefully adjusted to ensure a clear and functional layout. This step is crucial, as readability is fundamental for a book that is used as frequently as the Bible. Printing is done using a technique called offset, which uses metal plates to transfer ink to the paper in a uniform and precise way. This method ensures that the lines are sharp and the quality is exceptional, which is essential for a text as extensive as the Bible. The ink used is specially formulated to resist the passage of time and to adapt to the thin paper, preventing smudging or bleeding through the pages. This guarantees that the text remains clear and legible even after years of use. During printing, the large sheets contain several pages arranged in a system called imposition. This system ensures that when the paper is folded and trimmed, the pages end up in the correct order. Imagine it like a puzzle. Each large sheet contains several pages strategically placed so that when folded and cut, everything is in its exact place. These sheets are grouped into sections of 64 pages, which act like the building blocks of the book. For example, one section might include pages 1 to 64, the next from 65 to 128, and so on, depending on the size of the Bible. This system is key to making sure that, in the end, the book is perfectly ordered and ready to use without any problems. After printing, the sheets go through a drying process that uses controlled heat and ventilation to fix the ink and prevent smearing. Once dry, they are precisely cut and folded to form the sections. These sections are arranged in the correct order and sewn together using a traditional method called thread binding. This technique connects the sections with strong threads that run along the spine, creating a solid and flexible structure. It allows the Bible to be handled frequently without pages falling out, which is essential for a book that is often used daily. After sewing the sections, the spine is reinforced with a layer of special glue. This adhesive is applied evenly with a roller, making sure the threads are securely fixed and adding an extra layer of strength. Then, the block of pages is dried with heat so the glue sets quickly and lasts longer. This step is crucial to ensure that the Bible can withstand intensive use without falling apart. Once all this work is done, the book goes through a precise trimming process. Specialized machines cut the excess from the three edges of the book, leaving the pages perfectly aligned and giving the Bible a clean and professional finish. This step not only improves the appearance of the book, but also ensures that all the pages are ready to be read. Thread binding is not only strong, but it also allows the book to open fully without damaging the spine, which makes reading and studying easier. This method has been used for centuries and remains the preferred choice for books that require durability, like the Bible. Before continuing with the production line, here is something interesting. Did you know that an average Bible contains around 780,000 words? That means one single book holds more words than many modern novels. Also, the paper used is so thin that a complete Bible can contain more than 1,000 pages without being too thick, thanks to this careful and detailed process. It is as if such a large and content-rich book can comfortably fit in your hands, ready to be read and studied. Now that the pages have been bound, they are pressed to ensure the block of pages remains compact and perfectly aligned. This step not only helps with the following processes, but also reinforces the overall structure of the book, making it more durable and resistant. If the edges of the pages are going to receive a special finish, such as vibrant coloured paint, it is applied using specific techniques that ensure a uniform result. Fine brushes or precision sprays are used for this purpose, depending on the design and the desired quality. In the case of metallic finishes like gold or silver, a method called hot stamping is used. Here, an extremely thin metallic foil is applied to the edges of the pages using controlled heat and pressure. This method not only gives a long-lasting and durable shine, but also gives the Bible a majestic and elegant appearance. It is as if the book receives a touch of luxury that makes it stand out. But the finishing does not stop there. The edges are carefully polished to remove any irregularities and to give them a smooth texture to the touch. Besides being a decorative element, these finishes protect the pages from external factors like moisture and wear, which helps the Bible last longer in good condition. Next, practical details like ribbon markers are added. These ribbons, usually made of silk or similar materials, allow the reader to mark specific pages, something very useful for those who use the Bible daily. It is a small detail that makes a big difference in the reading experience. The spine of the book also receives special treatment. It is reinforced with a mesh and a layer of polyvinyl acetate adhesive is applied, strengthening the structure and ensuring a strong bond between the pages and the cover. This step is essential for the book to withstand daily use without the pages coming loose or getting damaged. The next step is to attach the bound sections to the cover. The covers can vary in material, from genuine leather to more affordable options like cloth or synthetic materials. The choice depends on the target audience and the type of edition, which may be standard, deluxe, or study. In more elaborate editions, The covers are often decorated with gold or silver lettering, applied again using hot stamping. This not only reinforces the distinctive character of the book, but also turns it into something both functional and beautiful. Before distribution, the Bibles go through a final pressing. This ensures that the book keeps its shape and durability, even after many openings and closings. Additional details are added, like topical guides or dividers, which improve usability and make navigation easier. The quality control is thorough. Each copy is checked for printing, binding, or finishing defects. Only the Bibles that meet the highest standards move on to the next stage. Finally, the Bibles are packaged and shipped to their destination. Some go to bookstores and specialty shops, while others are distributed by missionary organisations or charity programs. And this is the full process behind the mass production of Bibles. What do you think of this process? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like and subscribe so you do not miss our next episode.